What's up, guys? Good morning to you. I just went to the mailbox, and inside the mailbox was a great little package in here. And you know what this package is? Well, it is my first Whatnot package. That's right, I went on Whatnot, I did some bidding, and you're gonna see what's inside this box. What's happening, webheads? Guys, yes, I got that package from Whatnot, and it was my first experience ever buying something at Whatnot. And let me tell you, it was a lot of fun. Get hooked, let me tell you. But if you don't buy anything, at least watch an auction. It's funny to see people battle back and forth for a book that they want. I got caught in that a couple of times. So if you guys ever think about going on Whatnot and buying something, I have a link in the description box below where you can click on that link, you can create a profile, and then based off of, what you like, that first purchase, you get $15 off. It doesn't include shipping and handling, I don't think, but hey, it knocks off $15 off your purchase. It's definitely worth it to catch an auction or two, and I definitely recommend it, man. I had a blast. I want to give a shout out to the seller here, C. Fuller 97. Let me tell you, it was so much fun. He had every book starting at $1, and people were just battling. And you know what? I almost got in some trouble here because it's just like $5 here, $5 there, $5 there, and then all of a sudden a big book went, and I was like, okay, I need to stop. And I was on this stream for like an hour and a half, dude. It was a blast. And this is when my daughter had her dance competition. It was late at night and I had nothing to do, and so I was like, oh, let's go buy some comic books. And then I kept on buying and buying. I'm like, let's make this a video. It's okay. So here are the books that I wound up getting. So the first one was item number 166, and you can see the sequential order here of how I wound up winning these books. So item number 166, I was on there for quite a while and I did not win anything. And I'm like, God dang, if I win something, it's going to be this book at least, right? And this wound up, the first book I won was The Punisher. This was issue 57. I love this cover, and I'm like, I gotta win this book, at least something. And then I started getting on a roll, and so I paid $3 for this book. No one wanted it. I'm like, I'll buy it, and I put in a bid. First bid, won. And I was like, Mike Spider Slayer, congratulations, you won. I'm like, yes. And then a Spider-Man book popped in, and this is item number 167, the very next comic book that popped up. And, it's Todd McFarlane. I'm like, okay, here we go. I got to bid on this. This was Spider-Man issue 6. Look at that cover. You got to love the way he draws Hobgoblin. Very dark. Spider-Man looks amazing here. No pun intended, actually. And I put my bid in, and I won that. So that was like 2 in a row. I was on a roll, and I paid $6 for this. I'm like, okay, now I was like truly hooked. I was going to say, I was like thinking like, how long is my streak gonna go for? And then the seller was just like, Mike, I hear that you're your YouTube royalty. And I'm like, no, far from it. I only have like 13,000 subscribers. I'm very small compared to a lot of other people. And he's like, yeah, that's not bad, And he's just like, we can help each other out. We can shout out. And he was a great guy, man. And like I said, he knew what he was doing. So if you do go on Whatnot, again, check out C. Fuller 97. All right, so there was one that I missed, and then the one right after that, item number 169, I saw this Fantastic Four cover, a 312, and there was a Doctor Doom cover, and I was like, oh man, that's pretty cool. But the coolest thing about it was it had the X Factor involved, and it was a Fall of the Mutants tie-in, and this is just nostalgic. This is just classic for me. Like, look at that Doctor Doom stuff. I'm like, yeah, that's a simpler time when it comes to like comic books, right? So I bought this one, and so when we go on to this one, item number 169, I paid $6 for that book. So I'm like, okay. I'm like, so far I'm making out, pretty good on these books. And then I missed a few, or there was nothing there that I wanted. So then we go from 169 to 173, and there was this cool Hulk book. I'm like, oh man, I love the way Super Skrull looks, and he's doing battle against Grey Hulk. I'm like, that's a great cover. It had nothing to do with the story. Again, this goes back to when I was a kid and I bought a lot of comic books just for covers. And this just again screams nostalgia for me. And so we start the bid going, and then this one was $5. So I'm like, okay, I'm getting all these books for $5. That's no different than what today's comics are. And let me tell you, these books are all bagged and boarded. They are all in like high grade condition. Phenomenal. 4 items later, item number 177, we score our first Amazing Spider-Man comic. I'm like, finally, I got an Amazing Spider-Man book. Maybe not the biggest key. This is issue 234, and I paid $6 for this book. And this is, Will-O-the-Wisp, right? I was like, if I can win this for a low price of $6, I'm like, I'm gonna take this one home. And I did. No one else bid on this. Now, let me tell you something. There wasn't like there was 5 people on this auction. There was about 30 something people, maybe more, consistently on this auction. This was a pretty popular seller, right? And so yeah, 234, another pretty high grade copy of Amazing Spider-Man, and I'm trying to collect as much Amazing Spider-Man as I can. So I was like, all right, we're on fire right now because I am winning a lot, right? Item number 178, the very next one. I paid $7 for this book, and this one was Amazing Spider-Man issue 798. I could have this cover. I don't know. I have to go into the collection, but Red Goblin looked cool. And it's an early appearance of the character, and I was like, why not put a bid in on it? Again, I paid $7. I thought it was definitely worth it. We move on to item number 184. So I was like, let's keep going. And then we have a Marvel Tales Spider-Man, and I bought this again purely for the cover. This is a great looking cover. Look at how bright and vibrant that cover is. I love the web here. This is the origin story of Captain Britain. Again, paid hardly anything, $5 for this comic book. Then we go on to item number 191, and this was a Marvel Tales Spider-Man issue 130. And I bought this one because we have just the Super Bowl, had all this football references on it. Again, it was high grade. And then when it came to this comic book, I paid $5 for this one. So again, I'm not breaking the bank in any of these. I didn't spend that much money. And then there was the key, right? One of the more key issues or older issues of Amazing Spider-Man that popped up. I was hoping there was other key issues that would pop up, but I didn't win those ones earlier. They were all going for like $200, $300. There was like an early appearance of Mysterio that I wanted. I lost that one. I think there was an Amazing Spider-Man with the first black suit appearance, and that one didn't go up yet, and I had to get to bed, and I'm like, man, this is starting to add up now. But then he pulls out this book right here, Amazing Spider-Man issue 63. And my goal this year is to buy as many Amazing Spider-Man comics under 100 as possible. And this was popped up, and it started at $1, right? Now, you could see the price on the back of it. It was $60, right? So that was its going price. I wound up buying this one for $86. So I went a little over for the asking price of this comic book, but I got in that bidding war. I was like right around that $68 mark. I probably knew that was around the price, but it was just me and one other guy. I finally put in that last bid. I said I wasn't going to go more than $90 on this comic book. That was my thing. And it stopped at $86, and I wound up acquiring this book. This is a very high grade copy of this book. It looks phenomenal. Yes, there is a few ticks on the side, but the coloring on the cover is bright, vibrant, and it's an early issue of Amazing Spider-Man. And so I was happy to add it to the collection. And after that, I was like, okay, I'm done. I would love to stay and watch the rest or buy some of those other keys, but of course I just did not have the funds. But overall, I just wanted to give you guys the experience of what it was like to be on Whatnot for the first time, especially since I do push Whatnot and give you guys links so you can go out there and buy stuff for yourself. It's so much better than eBay. You get to see the book at hand. You could get some deals on some great comics. in the comments below. I want to know all the experiences that you had on Whatnot if you decided to buy on there. And if you haven't, also let me know and give it a chance. Like I said, I'm giving you $15. So check it out, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. It was a lot of fun. Maybe I'll bring you another one someday soon. So as always, guys, I'll leave you more content right here to click on. And of course, keep buying, keep collecting, but always remember, read those comics. I'll see you real soon, guys. Thank you so much.